when music on. Yep.
Let me turn her on.
You turn it on. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Coaches Show, brought to you by Giant Seeds and Snacks, powered by Red River Communications, and we are brought to you by the City Brew Hall here tonight. And we're up here high above, overlooking the crowd down below.
Hopefully
cool.
We don't make too much noise up here.
Hopefully
interrupt dinner down there.
I think everybody's going to keep on consuming, so I think we're going to be good. But the Giants Coaches Show, again, powered by Red River Communications, and brought to you by the City Brew Hall. We're happy to be here tonight. I'm Joe Schreiner. My partner here is Brian Watson, off to my right. And we're just about ready to go here with our first Coaches Show of the fall season.
Season 3.
Season 3, we're ready to go. And we have none other than Margaret Wilson,
Hello.
Cowgirls head coach. She showed up here tonight, and she's wearing a Wildcats T-shirt tonight. Margaret, right after the show here, you're immediately heading over to?
The Wildcat game, volleyball game.
And there is a former player of yours playing for the Wildcats.
Cameron, yeah, excited to see her play. I haven't been able to see her play there yet.
She's been doing well.
Yeah, I've kept up.
Yes. All right, we've got a busy night here with Coach Wilson. We've got Tyler Bockel waiting in the wings here, enjoying some appetizers. Coach Freddie's going to be here in a little bit, and then Coach Rickles will be here as well, and Coach Gilbertson will be here too as well. Amanda Lunsetter, Danae Riley, and Larry Lash could not make it tonight to our first Coaches Show. They had other appointments and schedules. So we're going to start out with Margaret. And Margaret, thanks for coming in.
Yeah,
all right,
for sure.
Cowgirls 2-1.
2-1. Yep.
Started out with a nice sweep over Hancock
Yep.
on the first week. Let's just recover on that there a little bit, and then we'll go on to the next one.
Sure, yeah, Hancock. It was a section game.
Yep.
Didn't really know what to expect from them. We haven't played them in a number of years. So kind of a first game jitters for everybody. But we swept them, and that was a good start.
Good way to start.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had it on Three Border Sports Network, and you had practice. You had to replace again. We covered it in our pregame show on that game.
Yeah.
You had of course, Cameron Kaler moving on, and Carsey Materi, and then Riley Finkrell, of course, your all-time leader in digs.
Yeah.
So you had a lot to replace off of last year.
I replaced 8 seniors from last year.
8 seniors.
8 seniors. Yeah.
I don't remember that, man. But
I
when
know.
you say that, no, that's right.
Right.
That went to state.
That went to state.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so you got swept Hancock 3-0.
Yes.
Had 3 good sets.
Yeah. Then we played an afternoon game with Henning, second game of the season.
Yeah, that one, let's go back for that for a second. That one turned out kind of weird. You were supposed to go down there.
Yeah.
And then something changed in the schedule where they came here. We weren't able to cover it here on 3BSN.
Yep.
But something changed in the schedule, and you guys ended up having a home game here that afternoon.
They didn't have any AC. So Tuesday night, they said
warm.
their gym was very, very hot. The floor wouldn't dry.
Oh.
So they said it's probably better off if they come to our house, which we didn't mind.
No, that's right. They don't have to travel, and it was an afternoon game so that you could go watch the Cowboys football team if the players wanted to. So.
Yeah. So got all the sports in that day. Yeah. So
Henning.
I mean, a rival.
Yep.
Very good section team. They're in our subsection as well.
Yep.
Last year beat them twice in 2 really intense 5-set matches.
Goosebumps again.
Yeah, right. It was our second match last year too, and then our subsection championship match too. So, we had played them in the scrimmage the week before, and kind of took some notes on what to expect. So we knew what we needed to do. Started off pretty slow. Lost that first set 17-25. Turned it around in the second set, but just couldn't pull it off. We ended that 20-25, and the third set as well, 20-25. So we were in it.
Yep.
They just play good defense. They hustle. Man, they hustle. You gotta outplay them.
They didn't lose a lot either from last year, I don't think. Did
No,
they?
I mean, their setter hitter, she's still there. Allie Hart's still on the outside out there too. So I mean, she has a good team, very good team. I think she has 6 or 7 seniors this year. Those girls will graduate, but. mean, we knew they'd be competitive. I'd rather play them October 1st than August or September 1st.
Yeah, sure.
But, I hope to see them in playoffs. Our team could look a lot different by then.
I think you will, and
Yeah.
you're forming some things now. We'll talk about that here when we after we talk about your most recent game last night.
Yeah, last night we hosted Wheaton, another subsection team. They're in the south half of the section, though, so we wouldn't see them in playoffs until the section championship.
Right.
But anyways, Wheaton's a little sneaky. We sometimes get surprised by them or underestimate them a little bit. They had a real tall middle. She's very good.
She was very good.
Yeah,
Riley
she was.
Schultz, I think, was the name. Yeah.
There you go. See, I can't remember players, so I keep you on. No, I mean, when they set to her, she could put the ball away.
She knew what to do with the ball.
She's a good block. I mean, she was our go-to. Yeah. So we got down right away in that first set.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that. I know we talked about it on the post-game show last
Yep.
night. You're always kind enough to come up onto the post-game show and talk about it, and we kind of recovered everything last night. But again, the Cowgirls fell behind. I think it was 5 points in set 1 and then 4 points in set 2. Set 3 was, of course, different. But again, the girls came from behind. They showed the guts and came back and did it.
Yeah, for sure. Abby Johnson had a much better game. She struggled against Henning, but turned it around against Wheaton. Played a good game. Got her 1,000th dig.
Yeah, how about that? That was fun.
That's pretty cool. Sydney Roberts on the outside played a really good game as well. Our setters did a nice job. Parker Yegi and Kelsey Sorrell. And then Ivy Oshak went down with a sprained ankle in the second set, but Emma Etzler stepped right in and took on that role. So she did well there. Mattea Vig. I mean, we all did pretty well.
Yep.
I was impressed with Kennedy Schuler's serve receive. So all around a good game. It was good to see the girls battle back and not just kind of let the Wheaton have those first 2 sets. So coming from behind was a big deal. And then to take care of business that third set, that was nice to see.
I know one of the interesting things that you've done here so far, Margaret, is that, and everybody sees it on the starting lineups, you don't start with a libero. So right now you're searching and finding and seeing what kind of combinations can work. And you don't have to start with a libero.
Right. The last 2 seasons, if we were looking back, everything was set. I knew who was going where and who should play next to each other, that kind of thing. And I guess just not having had these varsity players now as much as I had the last couple years. Yeah, I gotta find. Well, me and the girls. I mean, we got to figure out what's our rhythm, and I think we're figuring it out. So, I've yet to put a libero jersey on anybody, but I'm just not sure yet.
It might come.
Yeah, it might
Stay tuned, folks.
Yeah, it might come.
We'll have that for you too if that happens. All right, Margaret. I didn't think you were going to be able to show up tonight, but thank you for coming in. You got to hustle over to the volleyball game next week. I think.
Tomorrow,
that's right. Yeah, tomorrow I've got you at home.
Lake Park Audubon
is in town. So we've got that game here.
Yeah, good. Should be a good game tomorrow night, and then Saturday is our tournament.
Oh yeah.
At Pelican Rapids, so that's all section teams. So that'll be a good tournament, and then just a shout out for next Tuesday.
Let's go with that. That was my next.
That's the Wattbreck volleyball game. We are at Wahpeton on Tuesday.
Yep.
And that's our pink match.
Yep. Our shirt's still available.
It's Wednesday. Yeah, shirts are still available through midnight tonight.
So get on there online and do that.
Oh, no. Well, talk to Gripper if you need a shirt.
Yeah. Getting them through Tyler and Wayne over there at Gripper Sports. So make sure you get over there and you can check out the Facebook page on. Do we know what the cause is yet? I mean, obviously it's cancer, but
so it's for a local gal that has breast cancer.
We'll mention that later.
Yeah, it'll be recognized on on Tuesday night. Yep.
All right, Margaret, I'm going to let you go. Anything else that you want to add?
No, thanks for having me.
All right, B-Dub, you got anything for Coach?
No, I don't.
Yeah, hit the right button.
I know.
All right. Margaret, we'll let you go.
Thank you, guys.
Head coach of the Cowgirls volleyball team, that's Margaret Wilson. We'll be right back here with Coach Tyler Bockel after this message. We'll be right back.
Since 1996, Giants have been a go-to snack for quality. Giants works directly with farmers to ensure you're receiving the best Giant seeds in every bag. From planting to harvest, they ensure the quality and attention sunflowers deserve to deliver the best taste possible. Giants cashews and pistachios continue our tradition of making the finest nut available. They're a fan favorite. Whether you're in the mood for dill pickle, sour cream and onion, or bacon ranch, we have the flavors to satisfy your cravings. Giant Snacks, where quality still matters. That's the Giants difference.
Did you know that we serve nearly 1,500 square miles across North Dakota and Minnesota? Or that we've been around for over 60 years? How about that we've got 3,000 miles of fiber optics powering one of the best networks in the region? The best part? We're a cooperative. That means we're continually reinvesting in our communities to make them better than ever. We are Red River Communications. We've been recognized as a leader for helping our communities be great places to live and work. To find out how we're helping connect our communities, visit redrivercom.com/connect.
Every bank wants you to open an account.
Sign up.
Then along come sneaky fees. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Exactly why you should compare your bank to Bell Bank. At Bell, we don't nickel and dime you with fees on things like checking accounts and ATMs. If you hate sneaky fees, switch to a bank you'll love and give sneaky fees the boot. Bell Bank.
The Wahpeton Daily News wishes all area sports teams the best of luck this year. The Wahpeton Daily News thanks you for supporting local journalism, including the Daily News and the News Monitor. Keep up with local news, sports stories, and personal interest stories in our papers. Check out www.wahpetondailynews.com for more information about our e-newsletter right at your own computer. The Daily News supports all area sports teams and wishes all of the teams the best of luck this season. Welcome back to the Giants Coaches Show, powered by Red River Communications. You might be watching on Red River Communications cable channel 125, solely dedicated to Three Borders Sports Network. We're pretty happy about that. Pretty proud of that. So that's pretty cool. And tonight we are brought to you by the City Brew Hall. We're sitting here high above the dining area here down below us in the bar, and they got the Twins game on TV, and good place to come, man. We got some appetizers over here, and Coach Tyler had a little taste of it earlier. But the City Brew Hall, they've got live music right here tomorrow night, B-Dub. Tomorrow night they've got Tanner Peterson here from 7 to 10, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. They got Tanner Peterson. And then on Comedy Night with Jeff Leeson on Wednesday the 21st, you can get tickets on the website for the City Brew Hall. That's citybrewhall.com. Doors at 7 p.m. More info on their Facebook page, so check out and like their Facebook page as well, City Brew Hall. With comedian Jeff Leeson. So there you go. And, yep, come on up, Freddie. You can just come up there, and there's food up here for you. And
hey, we're insured, so you're good.
Yeah, we're insured, so come on up. All right. Assistant Coach Tyler Bockel here tonight. And, Tyler, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, nice to meet you officially here, too, as well. It's appreciate you coming in. Jeff Ralph couldn't make it tonight. He had to go to the same meeting that Larry Lash had to go to tonight, so neither Larry Lash or Jeff Ralph are here tonight. So, again, welcome to your first time on Three Borders Sports Network.
Thanks. I'm sure it won't be my last.
All right. We made you climb the ladder and come up here, but hopefully you had a little cheese curds and some chips and salsa over there. It's pretty cool. All right, we're going to take a look here at what you've done. You've had probably the busiest season of anybody here yet this fall, and it's been a busy season for Lady Husky Golf.
We've had a very busy season already.
We had one today again.
We did.
Yeah.
We were in Grand Forks today.
Yeah, let's take a look. We'll go backwards here. And you started, according to my sheet here, you started your first match your first golf meet on August 12th.
Yep, that was a Friday in Valley City.
That's crazy. Yeah. Back in mid-August already. And when I look at it here, just to tell everybody, I mean, you just got this one, and I think there's only like 4 or 5 left.
Yeah, golf is a pretty short season. It's August and September, and then the first 3 days in October.
All right, so you were in Valley City, and the girls did pretty well out there.
Yeah, Valley City's always a little harder to play because it's just a 9-hole track, so then they have to play it twice.
Okay.
And it's a lot of waiting because there's 80 girls out there, and it's a lot of. It takes like 6 hours instead of 4.
Oh, gotcha.
So it always seems to be a little bit higher there, but we played pretty well.
Does that mentally weigh on the girls that way as far as the wait time goes? I mean, when you're out there, you and I are out there golfing, and all of a sudden you've got to wait for the team ahead of you. It kind of frustrates you a little bit, but the pace of play.
Pace of play can really affect certain players, like myself. If I'm in a groove and then all of a sudden I have to wait 15 minutes before I can hit another shot, that bothers me, and I think we have some girls that are that way as well. They like to play fast, and if they can't, it's tough to come around from that.
I don't know, B-Dub. I don't know if I've ever been in a groove in the golf course. Have you ever been in the groove? You're pretty good.
Well, come on now.
Yeah, you
the
are.
guy over there is pretty good.
Is he?
Yeah, like beyond pretty good.
Oh, my.
So,
Well, then I'm not.
Okay, let's put it this way. I always pick him in league.
Oh, there you go.
But we never win because of my score. And then the one time that he picked me, we actually won.
Oh, wow.
That day, yeah.
So he picked you. So the
By
question,
accident, he picked me. He didn't know who to pick, and he saw me walking. He goes, I'll take Watson.
That's exactly what I did, too.
I actually played well that day. So one time out of who knows how many. So.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yep, the girls finished with a 390 out there, and so then I think 3-4 days later there, it looks like you did the East-West Classic, and you improved your score tremendously and finished third.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's supposed to be a 2-day tournament, and they had some bad weather the first day. And Hallie Miller had started out really solid. I believe she was 1 over through 8, and then they had to scrap that whole day. So she was probably in first or second throughout the whole day, and then had to take that one away. So that was kind of unfortunate.
So they took that away
for her.
altogether. Huh?
Yep.
Oh, that's too bad for her.
Yep.
Yeah. I see she ended up with a 79 that day.
Yeah,
on the
that
second
was.
day.
I believe that's a career low for her there.
Yeah.
In general, first time she had broken 80, which is a really tough job when you haven't never done it. You focus on that so much, and now hopefully she can do it all the time.
Yeah, that's good for her. She's a pretty good golfer. And Hallie, if you're watching here, which I'm guessing you probably are, Hallie, I've got your golf ball that you hit for me at the Husky Booster Club golf tournament there, and I had her hit a drive for me, and it was like, my goodness, I didn't even want to pick up a club after I saw her hit.
You should have had her sign it.
I still got it. It's sitting in my pickup.
There you go.
When I see her, I'm going to do that. I might just have her do that.
She hits it a long way.
She does hit it.
Not a very big girl.
Yeah, and she's only a sophomore, I believe, correct?
Yep.
And then, so then you come to your own home turf here at Bois de Sioux on the 18th of August, again, before schools even started. And, again, another good result there for the Lady Huskies.
Yeah, we took second there, and we were really happy about that. And having home field advantage, I guess in golf is not always a big deal, but at the Bois de Sioux, it tends to be a little bit more than most courses because there's a lot trickier shots than some courses. And that's where our region is this year as well, so that's going to be good for us.
That's going to be a nice little home field advantage there for the Huskies. Then you went to Grand Forks Country Club, again another fourth place finish. Now you started out with a 390, and now you're into the 350s and even a 363 here at Grand Forks on the 22nd of August.
Yeah, in Grand Forks their country club is tough to play.
Oh, I bet.
It's long. They've dealt with some different things this year out there. They had a fire in their maintenance shed. They've dealt with flooding, tornadoes. So for all that, and then to be able to still have a course, and then to be able to shoot that still out there was pretty good. I remember
seeing that on the news. Then you went to Edgewood on the 31st of August and shot a 381, but everybody must have had difficulty that day because with the 381, you still finished in third. And I think I see 5 or 6 girls all under 100.
We did, and it was Hallie Miller had kind of struggled that day, but it was good to see that the other girls could help be a part of that as well. And it made them feel like they could contribute a score, not just needing Hallie all the time.
There you go. That's good to know,
yes.
too. All right, now let's get to today. Today you went to King's Walk, and how did that go?
We went to King's Walk. We took third. I had a JV thing today, so then we were at Ray Richards in Grand Forks. Our JV team took second there. We had a girl finish second as well, Jillian.
Neighbor.
Yep, so Jillian took second there. She played really solid. She struggled right away and said she didn't deserve a Gatorade and went on and finished really well. So then she drank her Gatorade at the end.
Good for her.
And then we had, for varsity, it was a state qualifier today, and Kenna Cuomo shot an 85. That's her career low.
Good
and
for
she
McKenna.
Qualified for state.
Good for her.
Yep, she's one of our seniors. And then we have Lily. She didn't quite qualify today, shot 91, which is really good for her as well.
Good score for her. I remember talking to her at Media Day over at Jankapa. and very, very interesting young lady that I think she'll do well.
Yeah, and then Hallie Miller also qualified.
And then, of course, Hallie.
Yep.
What do you remember what she shot?
89.
89.
And then we had 7 girls break 100 today, so that was that in my mind is
so
better.
One thing that Coach Ralph always gives himself grief upon every night that he comes here, and he says, I didn't choose the right 6. Did he choose the right 6 today?
No. We did not choose the right 6 again. So we've been kind of struggling about that, which is okay. It's a good problem to have as a team. So.
Yep, it is a good problem to have. All right. So then after that, looks like today the 12th, you go to Village Green.
Yep. So varsity goes to Village Green.
Yep.
And then I'm not sure if that's a state qualifier. It usually is, but I'm going to guess it wasn't with Kings Walk today.
Oh, I suppose.
So and then Friday, Saturday, we have our invite here. So it's a 2-day that all the Class A schools come, and we're hoping next year, because the Class B schools will be aligned with the Class A schedule.
Oh.
So we want to do a Class A and B combined together.
Cool.
So
cool.
get 20 teams instead of just 10 teams, and it'll be a lot of fun.
That'd be good. All right, B-Dub, you got any more tips you can offer to Coach Bockel?
I don't know if they're called tips.
Okay.
You've seen me play.
I have seen you play.
I don't know if Tyler's seen me play. It's not a pretty sight, but I'm just saying.
All right.
I don't know. I just think the team's doing well. I mean,
they
not doing to say that I'm surprised, but they're finishing in the top 3 and right there. And all the girls under 100. I know that's something that Coach Ralph always wants.
Yep.
So off to a really good start.
All right, Coach, you got anything else?
No.
All
Thanks
right.
for having me.
We're going to let you go. And, again, good luck to the girls next week on the 12th as they go to Village Green and do some golfing up there. So
It'll be good.
All right. Good luck. Tyler Bockel, the assistant coach for the Lady Huskies golf team, and sitting in the wings, waiting patiently, head coach of the Cowboys football team, Chad Frederickson. We'll be right back after these messages. Thanks, Tyler.
Comdell Innovation is now hiring production technicians for a variety of shifts with opportunities to make $20 or more per hour. Work in a clean, climate-controlled facility. Second shift, 4 10-hour days, every weekend off, 3:30 p.m. to 2 a.m., and 4-crew rotation, straight days, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., or straight nights, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Apply in person or online at ComdellInnovation.com. Comdell Innovation of Wahpeton, an employee-owned company.
Bold Print in Wahpeton is your local provider for all of your printing and promotional needs, including custom decals, which is a great way to promote your business. Bold Print also has custom framing and unique personalized gift ideas. Don't trust your family photos to an online company. Use Bold Print for all of your custom framing and canvas printing. Give them a call today, 701-642-2188, or check them out online, useboldprint.com.
Never in my life thought I would be through a tornado.
It's devastation.
I walked out in shock. Where do you start?
Jared's name came up on my screen.
He's our agent.
And he said, we'll get you taken care of. For him to call at the exact moment that our life is being shattered, I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
For service you can count on, call 866-COUNTRY and request a quote.
It feels like you're at a bigger university. Right now I won't have any debt, and I might even gain a little extra money through scholarships. There's so many job opportunities. My name is Emily, and I'm here for my future.
Got to put my glasses on.
Mine too.
Can't see her.
Freddie wasn't quite ready yet either. You said after Emily, and then it's like, oh gosh, I got to put my glasses on here. So welcome back, everybody, to Three Borders Sports Network. I'm Joe Schreiner, Brian Watson, and welcome back to the Giants Coaches Show, powered by Red River Communications. And tonight we are brought to you by the City Brew Hall here in downtown Wahpeton.
Live on location.
Live on location.
People can come down. They can listen to us. If they want
appetizers.
to climb up here, they can
watch
watch
the
us.
entertainment of us getting up and down.
The entertainment, yeah. Yeah, that's it's a first for us up here in the City Brew Hall up above, and looking down at the bar and the dining area here. And Brian's got the speakers set up so folks can hear us down below, and very, very cool. So
it's almost professional.
We're almost getting there anyway. We're trying.
3 years here, so.
Well, sitting to my left is head coach of the Cowboys football squad, and that is none other than Chad Frederickson. Chad, thanks for joining us again, Freddie.
I appreciate you having me on. So I'm just glad to be here. Last year at this time, I was sporting about a
remember that
big, huge lips, and I got stung by a bee in the mouth, and
that's right.
Had to send Jordan up here. Fortunately, better looking opportunity for everybody to look at. But yeah, you're stuck with me tonight.
That's funny, and no, we appreciate you coming in. I know you mentioned that the other day when I said that we were going to have the coaches show on Wednesday after Labor Day, and you said, "Well, I'm not going to try and get stung by a bee before I come in." So.
Didn't use my whistle today at all.
You didn't. All right, Coach. You've had some practices, and then the 1st of September, last Thursday night, you took on Otter Tail Central. Seems like it's always that way for the Cowboys. You start out with OTC, and then probably in the playoffs, you might see them again somewhere down the road, and that's what happened last year. And you came back and bid them back in the playoffs. But let's talk about the 1st of September here and the first game against OTC. So it was a 27-28 loss for the Cowboys.
Yep.
One of those tough losses for the Cowboys. I'm just going to let you talk here about the game, Coach, and then I'll throw in a question when you come up with something.
Well, there's obviously a ton of positives to build from.
Oh, absolutely.
Playing on Thursday was a little bit different experience. The Friday Night Lights, we really enjoy playing on Fridays. So, we'll see what happens when we host next year. Probably be back on a Friday. But regardless, playing football is just a wonderful thing whatever time you're playing and whatever day you're playing. But, I really honestly felt like we dominated that game completely. We ran 73 plays to their 31. We had 25 first downs to their 9. We basically doubled them up in total yards. And
I was going to say 318 rushing yards. Is that what I saw?
Yeah, yep.
Wow.
And so, 426 I think we were at for total yards. So if you look at the graphic as far as some of those go, you would say that we ran away with it. But, we had some misfortune early on and spotted them some points early. And then we, had some big plays get over the top of us. So made some youthful mistakes, but again, nothing that you can't build off of and get better from. And I know our guys will. So,
yeah.
It stung. But again, I tell you, we had some great performances. Our old line played spectacular. Dallin Ernst,
I was going to say,
Blaffus.
go through them because they deserve the credit.
Yeah, absolutely. Dallin Ernst, Landon Blaffus, Eli Butts, Joey Konzemius, Gibson Hasbargen, Alan Martinez, when he got his opportunities. They played physical. They played hard all night. They wore them down. And they were, our misfortune is we know we're pretty thin, and they basically were rotating in a lot of people and trying to keep them as fresh as possible. And we just kept on pushing them back and kept on pushing them back. It just was a grind. Our running backs, our foursome of running backs, Cam Needle played phenomenal. Gavin Peterson played outstanding. Paul Armitage played great. Alex Sanchez played extremely well. And these guys are playing both ways, and it just that performance on the offensive side was one, big piece, but the defensive side they were just equally as good. So, Bailey played well.
I was going to ask about Bailey. Bailey Evans, your quarterback this year.
Very, very proud of Bailey in the way he snapped back from some adversity early on in the game. I came back and finished the game 6 of 9 for 77 yards. We had some great catches by, Jacob Kunkel had a great catch. Alex Martell had a great catch. Gavin Peterson had a couple catches. Dawson Weinbar played well and had a catch. So, offensively we were clicking, and it was just it was grinding. We were moving the ball kind of at will, so to say, running the ball, we're passing the ball. So we just got to continue that, and build off of that. And we're getting some guys back. We unfortunately lost one in the opening kickoff, and unfortunately Dylan, was got hurt, and it's when you're not very thick or you don't have very much depth, I should say. Those type of things, when you got a guy that's athletic like Dylan and does so many different things for us, it kind of hurt us on the defensive side. Kind of getting some youthful people in, moving people around and doing some of those things. So they were able to catch us a little bit on some of those situations. And again, I just feel horrible for Dylan and what basically happened.
Let's talk about Dylan Bernatas just for a second here. It was for the fans that weren't there, it was the very first play of the game. It was a kick return. He actually fielded the kick and took off, and just an awkward tackle.
Yeah, it was, and it really, from our sideline, we didn't really see the contact, but the kid kind of hit him from the side, and he was heading right up the center, and just went down, I just, he's a tough kid. He's resilient. Just talked to him today a little bit about it, and he's already got a game plan of the day that he, kind of that month or the end of the month when he's going to be back playing some basketball and things like this. So, we wish him nothing but the best. He's going to be greatly missed, but what a great teammate. He was there at practice today, and he's trying to help the young guys and helping our kicker a little bit the last couple of days as well. So
that's awesome. I saw him last night at the volleyball game, and of course he was on crutches with a knee brace, and I think Coach, you said he's going to have surgery on Friday. So Dylan, we wish you well.
Absolutely.
Wish you well. So all right, so next man up mentality. I hate to use the cliche, but that's what we got to do. And next man up, you talked about some of the youngsters getting in, and that's what the Cowboys had to do.
Yeah, it's exactly right, and you always say that. You always say that, that you're only one snap away from doing, being in those situations, and we got the reality to us right away, and some guys stepped up and played really well. But again, if we take away those explosive plays that they had, we're probably walking away with that game. Right. So.
Yep. All right, so the Cowboys, are playing their first two games on the road. They had Otter Tail Central on Thursday, and then this coming Friday now, Coach, you go to Parker's Prairie and take on the Parker's Prairie team down there. So what do you expect out of Parker's Prairie, and how do you think it's going to go?
They're big. They're very big. They got a couple of 6'6", 6'5" kids, and physical guys. I think that one of the 6'5" tight end that they have is kind of a pre-pick of one of the basketball elites around here. They have some athleticism as well, and they're just physical. They're a very physical team. Get off the ball and get into you. They're going to pop you and played a good team in Frazee last week and unfortunately lost to them. But we just want to continue to grow. We want to be able to continue and build off. Like I said earlier, we're getting some guys back, and we're getting them back into the swing of things, and hopefully they can kind of, get those first game jitters out of the way, and we just can start clicking on both sides of the ball.
I got to back up a second. You said Frazee beat Parker's Prairie last week?
They did, yeah.
Wow. Frazee didn't have a program, 2-3 years ago?
They didn't, yeah. And so they were pretty young last year when we played them, and they're tough. They're a very, very tough team. They did some pretty good things against Parker's last week. So, there's not going to be any rest in our schedule. There's a lot of great teams that we're going to face, and
Frazee's coming up next.
Consistent battle. Yeah,
that.
Absolutely. So
then you got Underwood, and Roseau, and West Central, Holly, and then Pelican. You had some more stats there, Coach. I kind of cut you off and went to the next game.
No. I just, it's just kind of continued on with the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I want to talk about that.
Dallin Ernst played extremely well as a defensive tackle, and it's not very often that you're led in tackles by your defensive tackle, and he led us in tackles. Granted, they only ran 31 plays total, so not a whole lot of opportunities for everybody to make plays, but. Here's where we got to fix this, and in the paper, I told Robert that it was Brian Martinez that blocked the punt. It absolutely not. It was not, and his brother Alan, was very adamantly mad at me. So and as well as he should be, but he had a block punt. He also had a forced fumble.
Wow.
He just played an outstanding game. So. The combination of the Martinez boys on the defensive front is really going to give us some versatility as far as, they're strong, they're quick, and they obviously are pretty smart in the way he stripped the ball away, and he just went and, just blocked the punt kind of because they didn't step down on him. So very smart. Alex Sanchez played extremely well, just played physical.
I heard he had a good game.
Yeah, they tried to get outside on us sometimes, and Alex he was just like a bullet to get out there and got on that. We have a Swedish kicker, a foreign exchange student, Gusten Bergqvist Eriksson. And
glad you said that.
Eriksson
I can handle.
I think I'll get it 12 different ways, and by the time he goes back to Sweden, maybe I'll get it right. I probably just call him Swede. It's probably the best. The guys call him Goose. So, for his first time out, he did outstanding. 3 for 4 on extra points, booted the ball really, really well for us. So that's that's going to be another weapon that we're going to be able to build on and use as we go. So, but I'm just proud of the guys in the way that we kind of conducted ourselves. We missed the extra point with about roughly a little bit under 4 minutes left, and a person could have could have went for 2 and these things, but you take the points when you get them.
Yep.
And I tell you what, in an overtime situation, the way that we were playing in that last quarter, it was kind of a tale of all the quarters. They scored 14 in the first, we scored 14 in the second, they scored 14 in the third, and we scored 13. Too bad not 15 or more, but on that last one. But so it was, our momentum was there, and I figured that we could easily go in and score, and do what we need to do. Anyway, but second guesses is part of this, and
that's what armchair quarterbacks do too.
Yeah, exactly. So, but and something that we really need to clean up is our penalties. We had a lot of penalties in crucial situations, and again, some of our youth and things, and trying to get people in and off, and trying to get some a very hot night, so we needed to get some people some time off the field, and that's all the things that we can build on and become better at, and we will, for sure we will.
So some of those illegal procedures, offside penalties, some of those things, like you said, too many men on the field, those things will get cleaned up.
Right, absolutely.
All right, so very good. All right, Coach, you got anything here, Brian, for Coach?
No, I'm excited to see him play.
I am too.
I can't wait to do one of the games.
Yep.
Kind of down in the season for us right now in our schedule, but looking forward to it.
Yep, looking forward to Cowboy football.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm so
How many boys are out for how many you got on the varsity roster?
We got 49 out. So we got great numbers. We were expecting maybe about the high 30s, and we ended up with high 40s.
Wow.
So very we got a lot of freshmen out, and so that's great, and they were able to win. They beat Fergus Falls last night in our first B squad game. They beat them 12-6.
Yeah,
so.
Chad Affield was telling me about that.
Yeah, he probably gave you the play-by-play.
Yeah, we were talking at the volleyball game last night. Say, speaking of that, I saw you were over with the students there trying to get them all jacked up over there on a cheer, weren't you?
No, I was trying to get Subway orders for the game after the game. Jen Sanchez was cracking the whip wanting to get those orders in so she could place them or whatever. So I was doing my due diligence and getting over and getting that on the guys. So.
Well, I think you had fun last night.
Yeah, it was fun. That was great. The girls played fantastic. 3-0 against a very big rival in Wheaton. So very proud of them and our coaching staff. And they're lost a lot last year, but I tell you what, they're back and getting after it, and it seemed to be getting better with every match. So
they'll get there. I understand you took a new position over there too at the school.
Yeah, I'm now the transportation director.
There you go.
Yeah, you could say that I kind of follow the guys that know what they're doing around. So that's basically
nothing wrong with that.
Well, I tell you,
that's why I let Watson do all the technical stuff.
It's a new experience, that's for sure. And tomorrow we start full go with all our elementary students are coming. So
that's right.
A lot of people wondering when their sons and daughters are getting picked up and things, and trying to put that all together. But it's great. Really looking forward to having all the kids back.
Call 1-800-CHAD-FREDERICKSON.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Freddie, you got anything else there? We'll let you go.
I don't know. Just appreciate you guys, and thanks for all you do.
All right, buddy. We'll see you again another time down the road here very soon. So Chad Frederickson, head coach of the Cowboys football squad. Due up next is going to be Dominique Rickles, and she's not here yet, but
she's here.
Is she here?
Yeah.
Okay. Dominique Rickles is here somewhere in the house, so we'll take a commercial break, and we'll be right back. Thanks, Freddie.
Bundling auto and home insurance is a great way to save money and precious time. Amanda Frederick, your State Farm agent in Breckenridge, will make it easy and convenient with your local, fully licensed staff ready to help make sure you're protecting the things that mean the most to you. Their team is ready and knowledgeable in farm insurance, life insurance, business, home, and auto insurance. So stop by or call Amanda Frederick, your State Farm agent on Minnesota Avenue in Breckenridge, or call 643-8511.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family, your home, and your business. Carlson Family Insurance Agency is your local auto owner's insurance provider. At Carlson Family Insurance, they work for their clients, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their #1 goal. Give Carlson Family Insurance a call for all of your personal, farm, business, and crop insurance needs. 701-672-6002, or at cfiagency.com. Carlson Family Insurance, your auto owner's insurance agent.
Have you ever considered chiropractic for your family? Dr. Andrea and the staff at Hornstein Family Chiropractic love to see families. With 16 years of experience seeing brand new babies, pregnant women, toddlers, teens, athletes, she cares for your family like it's her family. Join Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 715 Dakota Avenue in Wapaton, and we will help your family grow up healthy. Call 701-672-1300 for the next soonest available appointment, because at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is a family affair.
Thank you, Andrea.
Washing your car just got a whole lot cheaper. With All Seasons Car Wash Unlimited plans, you can wash your car whenever you want for as little as $33 a month. You can even wash your pet at All Seasons Car Wash. So this fall, keep your vehicle and your pet clean. Conveniently located at 1300 4th Avenue South next to Tractor Supply Company in Wapaton. To enroll in an unlimited car wash plan, please visit allseasonscw.com.
At OSPTI, our focus is on each individual's therapy needs, whether it be for speech, occupational, or physical therapy services. I'm Becky, a physical therapist at OSPTI, and I love being able to provide that personal care to each person that we see with clinics in Breckenridge, Hankinson, and Fergus Falls. You don't have to travel very far from home. From infants to athletes to adults, you can request OSPTI to meet your therapy goals.
Welcome back to Three Borders Sports Network, everybody. I'm Joe Schreiner. Brian Watson off to my right here. Welcome to the Giants Coaches Show, powered by Red River Communications on Red River Communications Cable Channel 125, solely dedicated to Three Borders Sports Network. Anytime we go live, it's on Channel 125 on the Red River Communications Cable Channel. And it's brought to you tonight by the City Brew Hall. We're at the City Brew Hall here, high above the bar and the dining area off to our left. And speaking of off to my left, I've got head coach of the Lady Huskies volleyball squad. That's Dominique Rickles joining us.
You got my name right this time.
I did. I didn't say Schuler this time.
He's been working on it.
I have.
He was warming up saying your name over and over again.
Some vocal warm-ups.
I did. And, it was kind of interesting. We did the game on when was that? Thursday?
Thursday,
Against Valley City. And I did the game there. And I don't think I said Schuler there at all, did I?
No.
I said Rickles all the time, didn't I? I think I did. All right, let's go. First of all, welcome to your first coaches show. We had you on media night, but here we are for our first coaches show and our first time up here in the City Brew Hall, and here we are.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right.
Made her a little nervous with those stairs getting up here.
Yeah, you got a ladder you got to go up?
Yeah, I was a little shaky on that, too. We were wondering about Ralph. We'll see how Ralph gets up to this ladder.
I'll stay to watch that.
But you and your knees, old B-Dub, boy, I don't know about your
I'm
knees.
athletic, though.
Oh, okay. Well, what are you saying? I'm not? Jeez. We know Dom is.
Yeah, she is.
I still wear a knee brace at practice with the girls just
in
case I have to step in and do something.
All right, let's get down to business here, Dom. Let's talk about Valley City. You had Valley City at home. You went 3-1, I believe, with them.
Yep.
And you won a set in there, which was good for the girls. It was their first set win here in the regular season. You went out west to Bismarck and played out there. I think you even won a match there against Mandan, didn't you?
Yes, we did beat Mandan, and we split with Jamestown, who's a really good team, top state contender for sure from the west. But the girls did great on Thursday, especially Wednesday. I implemented a new defense, so they had one day to learn that and adjust to that. So I was happy to see that they were to take that information and implement it the next day. It's tough to switch defenses because that muscle memory kind of gets locked in when you learn one way to play and then your coach switches it on you. So
let me ask the dumb announcer guy question. So the dumb announcer guy wants to know, when you implement a new defense for volleyball, where did you pick that up? Did you pick that up in your college days, or did you pick it up when you played in Breckenridge, Shanley? I mean, or is this something you researched and decided to do yourself?
A little bit of both. When I was at Shanley, we ran this type of defense, and it's a little bit more work for the middle back, but we have athletes between Emma Bonches and Reagan Wohlers who are both very capable of taking that on. And I just knew that worked really well for my high school team, and we even ran it at Breck too. So just for the type of athletes we had, especially with Addie Rugland, who is quick and can get to any ball. So I knew that this would be a great defense for us.
So that's interesting. I'm going to go back to the trip out west there too that you took, Dominique. Did you learn some things, and did you move some players around? Did you do some things out there? That's what it's meant for, I suppose. And now when you come into EDC play, did you implement some of those things?
Yeah, I've got a new group of girls. Essentially, I had some. Reagan Wohlers didn't play last year, so really happy to have her back.
That's right.
And then I've moved people to different positions, just trying to play around with where they're at and how that can benefit for our team. It was nice to get Latea in there. She's super tall, and it's nice to have a right side who's really tall, because a lot of teams will place their power hitter on the outside. So if you can have someone who can consistently get their hands above the net, it's really beneficial. And then kind of seeing how, like, Emma Bonches had never played all the way around, but she's athletic enough where she can do it. So bringing that in there, but also I have to remember as a coach, it's volleyball can be tiring. I got to give her a break once in a while. So
I noticed that the other night against Valley City when I was there, that Emma played all the positions, and I remember that last year that she did not. So it was an interesting thing on my observation, I guess, that I saw, and you just made that comment. So
yeah, she set it as a goal that she wanted to play all the way around, and she was told before, I guess, that she was too tall, and I was like, well, I played all the way around, and
sure.
I'm a little bit taller than you are, so there's no reason. And in Bismarck, she led our team in digs.
Wow.
So it's nice as a coach to see her set a goal in the middle of summer, and then see it come before your eyes, and she's doing a really good job at it.
Yep. Okay, so then you took on Shanley last night and went up to Shanley, and it was a 3-0 match, but how did the girls do otherwise?
We had a really slow start the first game.
Oh my. That was me. Sorry about that.
I was really worried that was going to happen to me.
I didn't even think about it, to be honest with you. I'm sorry, Coach. Go ahead there. So it started out slow.
We had a slow start. Had to take a couple timeouts to kind of rile the troops, so to speak, and they gave a much better effort the next two matches. It's just, so today in practice we worked a lot on blocking, getting those reps in and working on our form of not only getting our hands above the net, but pressing over the net. Because Shanley's got a couple of really great outside hitters that not only can hit the ball hard, but the one girl had a monster vertical for her height.
Wow.
So we worked a lot today on blocking and communicating what's happening after those blocks.
Okay, and then we've got North coming up on Thursday.
Yes. Tomorrow.
So that is at home. That game will be on Three Borders Sports Network. We'll have that on Red River Communications Channel 125, B-Dub, and I think you're going to do that game.
I'm gonna have to call the play-by-play gods and see if I can. If I make a couple basketball comments, is that okay?
That is okay, because in practice I have been known to make a few basketball references. It's really hard. I've even thrown some football ones in there.
There we go. All right.
But yeah, Fargo North they're a tough team right now. They went undefeated out in Bismarck, and they have won their previous 3 matches in the EDC. We actually we went to the NDSU team camp this year, and we got to play against them. So the girls have had some experience with them, even though we haven't played them in season play. And a lot like Shanley, like, they go to their outside hitters a lot. So it's going to be really important that we get our blocks in place so our back row isn't getting hammered with balls left and right.
That's just, again, defense and being able to put the ball over the net and block. And it's just amazing how much you can watch and learn some of these girls. And you always talk about putting the hands over the net to do the blocks. And, I noticed the last 3 volleyball games that I've called that sometimes that doesn't happen and it'll go off to the side. So
yeah, it's about getting that outside shoulder turned in so you can redirect the ball to the court.
There you go.
Yeah, so if you ever hear me yelling, turn that shoulder, that's
what that means.
That's what that means.
So there you go. See, now I learned something.
See, there you go. Every coach's show, if you learn something, then you'll be okay. Then you won't have to say announcer guy all the time.
Yeah, I'll you can get me and Margaret together. We'll put you through a little class.
Yeah, there you go. We should do
some
that.
Terms you can use.
I've always wanted Margaret and now you're certainly welcome too. If you guys aren't playing the same night, to come and do a game with me. So I'd sure appreciate that. He'd even give it up. He'd just do the computer stuff.
Yeah, I would.
So,
That would be fun.
I
I got a couple nieces who play for Breck, so.
Oh, that's right. Kennedy and
Coley.
Yep.
Yep.
That's right.
So when we played Breck,
Kennedy had a good match last night, by the way.
She did. I actually watched the game on your guys' channel.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
This morning before I went to work,
Yeah.
since I don't get a chance to watch.
Yeah, she had a good match last night.
Yeah.
All right, and then Tuesday night you got Breckenridge at home.
Yes, we do for the pink game. Really excited about that. It's always, I remember having that rivalry back when I was playing for Breck against WAP, and it's always a blast, whether it's volleyball or basketball. And then to play or coach against one of my longtime teammates is always really fun. So
Yeah, Margaret's pretty cool.
Yep.
And then on your Facebook page again, if fans want to go in and get a pink T-shirt, it's still available. I think Margaret said till midnight tonight. Is that correct?
So it might be midnight, but I think they put noon, but I don't know if that was an accident. So there still might be time.
Okay, so hurry up and get it done, folks.
Yeah, at least try. Maybe
Yep.
Grippers will extend it till midnight if that was a typo.
Yeah, there you go. Margaret said midnight, so that's what I was going by.
We'll go with what she said.
I still got to get mine ordered, so I'll go home and do that too as well.
Yeah.
All right, B-Dub, you got anything else for Coach?
Hold on, I gotta change cameras here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm new, so
we'll.
No, I just think it's been kind of cool there. Everybody's kind of wondering, well, you get a new coach, and what's the team going to be like, or whatever, and they've been pretty competitive.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's the one thing is they've been in some matches, slow start against Shanley, but then right there, 25-20,
Yeah.
20. You know,
We're right there.
They're right there, and just for whatever reason, can't seem to get over that hump. But that's part of learning how to win.
And it's just like if you take those unforced errors out of the game,
Right.
it's 1 point match.
Yep.
And, you know, I keep telling the girls, I'm like, it's not how you start the season, it's how you finish the season. And I've played on teams where I've been the underdog in teams where you've had the target on your back. And I'm like, it's a lot of fun being that underdog and coming and robbing some people. And that's our goal for the season.
And like B-Dub always says in the EDC, you got to win 2 before you lose 2, and you can go to the state tournament.
That's the goal.
Yep.
So that's what you got to do. So, all right, Coach Dominique Rickles here joining us, and Lady Huskies volleyball head coach. And again, tomorrow night they take on Fargo North at Wahpeton High School, and Brian will have that game on channel 125 and also on our YouTube channel. Check for the links on our webpage. Coach Dom, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for joining us. And Coach Gilbertson should be in the wings here somewhere, and we'll be right back after these commercial messages.
Oh, I should have worked on my radio voice. I had a good one.
Red River Human Services Foundation provides services to people with disabilities, which enhances their quality of lives and enable them to live, work, and develop relationships in their communities. Red River Human Services Foundation has multiple direct support professional positions available in their Wahpeton, Fargo, and West Fargo locations. Job opportunities include flexible scheduling, competitive wages, on-site paid training, and life experience. Voted #1 place to work for the past 5 years, join their team and apply online at www.rrhsf.org. Red River Human Services Foundation supports all local area sports activities and wishes everyone the best of luck.
At Interstate Engineering, our business is about connections. We connect people to water, communities to counties, and counties to the rest of the world. Our work connects main streets to interstates, and yesterday with the potential of tomorrow. With over 40 years of connecting, our experience and expertise are thanks to the clients we have earned, the trust we have built, and the connections we have made. Interstate Engineering, the professionals you need, the people you trust.
Every bank bank wants you to open an account.
Sign up.
Sign right here. Then along come sneaky fees. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Exactly why you should compare your bank to Bell Bank. At Bell, we don't nickel and dime you with fees on things like checking accounts and ATMs. If you hate sneaky fees, switch to a bank you'll love and give sneaky fees the boot. Bell Bank.
Thrivent and Will Ulick provides clarity for where you are today, confidence for where you go tomorrow. Thrivent combines financial expertise with purpose-based planning to help you with where you are today and where you want to be tomorrow. At Thrivent, Will Ulick can help you address a variety of complex subjects to meet your unique wealth management needs, from retirement planning to investment management and estate planning. Thrivent, what are you invested in? Thrive with purpose. Thrivent and Will Ulick supports all area sports teams and wishes them the best of luck.
Since 1996, Giants have been a go-to snack for quality. Giants works directly with farmers to ensure you're receiving the best Giant seeds in every bag. From planting to harvest, they ensure the quality and attention sunflowers deserve to deliver the best taste possible. Giants cashews and pistachios continue our tradition of making the finest nut available. They're a fan favorite. Whether you're in the mood for dill pickle, sour cream and onion, or bacon ranch, we have the flavors to satisfy your cravings. Giant Snacks, where quality still matters. That's the Giants difference.
I'm busy on my phone while you're queuing me up here, but I had to look up my schedule here, buddy. We got a busy schedule coming up. Coach Wade Gilbertson will be joining us here in just a couple of minutes.
Live TV, Joe.
Live TV, so yeah, that's what we're doing. Coach Amanda Lundsetter unable to be with us tonight. Again, Coach Gilbertson will be here in a couple of minutes, so we'll be right back with him here. But first up, Coach Amanda Lundsetter could not be with us. Taking a look here, Wahpeton is at 1-3 in EDC boys tennis right now currently, and they're 1-3 overall. Wahpeton, I forgot to circle it, so I got to look for it here. Wahpeton defeated Valley City on the 25th, 5-4, so good for them. We're
you keep talking.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know if you were snapping at me or not.
No, it's live TV.
Coaches today, Riley wasn't able to be here, and she could have came in. She said she would have come in, but she has had no meets yet, so she is staying home here. And her first match, her first swimming meet is going to be tomorrow, I believe, and that will be in Grand Forks with Shanley and Grand Forks also there for a triangular. So that's your swimming BW Storm.
You don't get to throw in any of your swimming terms.
No, I don't. None of the stuff I've learned, so that's not going to happen. And then Coach Larry Lash for the BW Storm cross-country team couldn't be with us here tonight either, and he had to go to the bus tournament. You can sit down there, Coach. Yeah. And Coach Larry Lash unable to be here, and there's been some BW Storm cross-country going on, too, that he wants to talk about. So I'm sure he'll have plenty to talk about next week.
Yes, he will.
So joining us now, is he on camera, or you just waiting for him to get set?
I'll produce.
Okay. So you just go and point across me, and I'll just try to ignore you, is what you're saying.
It's okay. I'm going to go dissolve, and then we'll see all three of us.
All right, the Giants Coaches Show, and it's powered by Red River Communications. And we're on Red River Communications Channel 125, our own cable channel on Red River Communications. And it's brought to you by the City Brew. So we're here at the City Brew tonight. Gilby joining us here.
Yes, sir.
Coming in a little bit early. I told you 8:15, but we had a cancellation. So I'm sorry we had to push you up here to 8 o'clock. So
not a problem. I was showing up 15 minutes early anyway, but was it 8 or 8:15 that you texted me?
I texted you 8:15, and then
sounds good.
Just before we went on air there, I texted you another one and said come at 8 o'clock if you could. So,
oh, yeah, I was busy
we're all right.
doing stuff at the school. So
yeah, no, I understand, and we appreciate you coming in. So.
Oh, my pleasure as always.
Oh, yeah, it's great to have you on. All right, Coach, a couple of games have already gone underway here for you. We waited until after Labor Day to start our Coaches Show, and the first one, you went up to Devil's Lake, and the Huskies came away with a win there, 21-12, so a nice win on the road. One of Coach Watson's favorite places to travel up to Devil's Lake. One of Coach Watson's favorite places to travel up to Devil's Lake, but he gets to do it when it's 85 degrees out. You got to do it when it's 85 below.
Yeah, it's like 85 below. It's always a blizzard when we go there.
Well, we got Coach Pat Goulon on our staff too, as
Goulon
you do.
knows. He knows. He knows.
And so Goulando, he makes that trip to Devil's Lake a couple times a year. So he thinks of it the same way you do, I guess. Nothing against the people at Devil's Lake. Love them.
Right.
There's a couple of old Wahpeton grads there.
Yep.
One of them actually officiated our game. Tyler
really?
Mund, he was
Did
on
he?
our sideline. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. So
fun to get in there with him. I'm
good
sure.
people up there. Good
Yep,
people.
Absolutely. It's just the drive.
Right. Yes, sir.
Yep. All right. So the Huskies go up there. They win 21-12. Good. Just Trayton Malk. I mean, what else can you say? 167 yards, I think it was. Just talk about the game a little bit, Coach, from your eyes, and Devil's Lake and the victory up there.
Well, one of the things I was most impressed with was we started off awful slow. We were kind of shooting ourselves in the foot just a bit offensively, and we weren't getting lined up right away. We scored on the third play of the game on a touchdown pass to Caden Kappas and got called back because of a penalty. Just a number of things that we weren't doing correctly right away. We give them the ball. They go and drive it down. We're down 6-0 immediately. Nobody panicked. The coaching staff kept their heads. The kids kept their heads.
Good.
And one of the things that I was most pleased with on that game at Devil's Lake was how we responded to that. We overcame a lot of adversity right at the beginning. Like I said, we got down right away and nobody panicked, and we ended up coming back and winning. So, and it's a good lesson to teach the kids that, one play, 2 plays, 3 plays really aren't going to make the football game.
Right.
They're not. It's how you respond to those plays that are going to end up winning the football game. And I thought we responded very well to a lot of negative things that started on us or that affected us negatively early.
But it was a great game. Again, Trayton Malk had 167 yards. I think Bo Arnstein had a few completions, but again, the ground game proved well for the Huskies, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it was a surprise to anybody who's been following Husky football for the last number of months that we were going to put the ball on the ground quite a bit, or we were going to run the football, I should say, quite a bit. And we were going to air it out like we usually do. We were pretty heavy pass the last couple of years, and our quarterback is gone, but we've got a really dynamic athlete at quarterback now, and so we're going to put the ball on the ground a little bit. And we got 3 guys. We got Bo Arnstein, you got Trey Malk, and you got Caden Kappas that you're going to be able to get the ball to. They're going to get probably 90% of our touches, a lion's share of our touches. Yep. And those 3 guys getting their hands on the ball, it's going to bode well for us, even though we're going to be very, very run heavy.
Yep. I just looking at some of the stats, and we'll get on to the Red River game here in a minute, Coach, but just looking at the stats there, 44 offensive plays, 354 total yards in offense is what I show, and just that's what 8.5, 9 yards a clip.
Yes, and we had over 300 on the ground. Wow. We had a few passing yards here or there, but it was over 300 in the ground. And I got to tell you, I don't remember the last time we had 300 on the ground at Wahpeton. We've had it before, but it's been a few years since we've had that.
Probably Ryan Smith days.
Maybe a little bit after that, but you're about right.
All right, and I got in the coverage on the game Friday night. All right, let's go to Friday night's game because I want to just talk about that real quick here. The Red River game, Coach, and I got a text message during the game, and I get several of them, and some don't mind if I mention their names or talk about what they talk about or ask about, and some of them don't want to say. But one of these fans sent me a text, and he said that Trayton Malk reminds him a lot of Ryan Smith.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
And, Brian and I talked about that on air, too, as well. That he's quick, he's small, he can cut, and that's quite a comparison.
Yes, and the one thing that I would compare to him from coaching Ryan years ago was just the relentless effort when he has the ball in his hands.
There you go.
He is going to run forward, and I mean he's going to lean forward when he runs, and he's going to be hard to tackle. Doesn't matter what he weighs, how tall he is, he's going to be hard to tackle. And so it's the relentless running, it's the finishing of the runs that he now as a sophomore understands. It's the vision that he has now began to learn how to see the field and how to see maybe the backside of a run, the backside of the play open up. That's the big improvement we've seen out of Trey so far this year. And again, when you couple that, his experience with being able to actually see the holes open up, add that to his ability to finish runs, and he's going to total a lot of yards.
It's going to be fun to watch.
Yes, sir.
Fun to watch. All right, Red River came into town here, again, a numbers game, Coach, and, just looking at it here, number of offensive play, or just almost equal. A little bit short on total offense there, but they ran the ball hard.
Yeah, they ran very well, and it's any defense is going to try to stop the run first. That's what you're going to do in North Dakota. And the weird thing about the game at Devil's Lake was we ran less plays, gained way more yards, and scored more. Well, it was flip-flopped in the Red River game. We ran more plays than they did, had less yardage, and we were fighting uphill all night long. And when you can't stop the run against a really physical football team like Red River, it's going to be tough to come back. It is, and especially when we're a run-heavy football team, it's difficult for us to score explosively and score quickly. But we did that a couple of times. Offensively, I was very happy, and defensively, we weren't in bad positions.
Right.
We just didn't make the plays when we needed to. Offensively, we had 2 10-play drives. One of them ended in a touchdown, and then we had a 14-play drive that ended in a touchdown. And those drives were back-to-back, but you had halftime in between. One of the things I was most impressed with was we go down 14-0, and we're staring down literally the barrel of the gun there, down 14-0 going into halftime. And we put a 10-play drive together and went and scored right before the half. That's a big deal. We tried to conserve some time by taking a timeout when they had the ball on our end of the field, and then we had 2 timeouts left, and we were able to drive the length of the field and put that in before half. It's huge. That makes it a game. And then we come out. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that's what Brian and I talked about there in the first half there, that, hey, the Huskies need to go down and score and get some points here. And it's going to be a different locker room at halftime. And I think it was. I mean, it was huge. So I'm sorry. Now you go on with your comment.
No, that's fine. That's exactly right. It's a much different locker room, 14-6, and we score right before half.
Correct.
Now it's really no secret, I don't think, in the last 12 games or 15 games that we've played, we've had the ball first in all but one of them.
Wow.
Because that's what we're going to do. We want to know exactly what we're going to do. And so we're going to take the ball right away instead of deferring like everybody else in the world does. And so we know coming out of half, we know that we got to get a defensive stop. We know going in. There's no guessing game. We unfortunately did not get that defensive stop. But again, the offense responded, and we put that 14-play drive together and went down and scored. And it made it a football game until, I don't know, maybe 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was third quarter. There was still a chance for the Huskies there.
Oh, absolutely. And I told the kids.
Go ahead. No,
I told the kids at one point after they had scored that we are going to go down and score very, very quickly, and then we're going to onside kick. We're going to score again, onside kick, score again, game over. We're going to win.
There you go.
Well, we scored on 3 plays. We threw a screen to Trey Malk. He put his Superman cape on, and he made about 10 guys miss on the defense and ran it all the way down into the red zone, and then we scored 2 plays later. So we score on a 3-play drive, and we go onside kick, and unfortunately we didn't get it. But that was the plan, and you could see it start to kind of take structure and come to fruition. So,
yeah. All right, let's talk about it too, Coach. There was a significant injury for the Huskies there in the third quarter, I believe it was, on one of those touchdown drives that you did have. And it was away from the ball, basically. It was on the same side as the football, but Caden Kappas come off the field injured. And at the time, it looked pretty tough there for Caden. We couldn't tell in the booth if it was knee or ankle or what it was. Can you share anything with the fans? You want to keep it quiet to yourself, that's fine. We'll respect that too. So maybe the family doesn't want anything out there either.
And I don't know. I haven't talked to the family at all about it, and I don't think that they would mind either way.
We saw him on crutches.
Yes, and a great family, of course. I mean, Caden has been such a joy to coach, and one of the reasons for that is because when he came in on Monday for film on the holiday,
after he was injured,
he said something to the effect that, I should be ready to go by Wednesday.
Wow.
Of course, he was kind of half joking, but then half of you kind of thought, I think that he's a little bit serious about this. He's expecting to just be back in the field. And that's why you love the kid, is because he is going to put everything on the line. And some people don't understand that. And even I try to get other kids to understand, and even other coaches, and even on our staff to understand. This is a kid that puts his body on the line for Wahpeton High School. I would count it as 4 seasons. If you count the 2 baseball seasons, that's 4 seasons, and he is constantly playing sports for Wahpeton. And so that's 4 seasons, and he's putting his body on the line all of the time. And he's the kind of kid that is not going to make excuses. He's the kind of kid that's just going to keep getting up and and asking for more.
Fun to watch.
He is. And yes, there was a bit of an injury. I fully expect him to be ready to go Friday night.
Wow.
I do. I absolutely expect him to be ready to go. He was wearing a boot. He's going to come out of that thing, and he's going to be ready.
So was it in the lower leg?
Yes, it was. And it was an ankle.
Okay.
Twisted it up. But and the other thing that I would mention, you don't know how much you want to mention injuries. You don't know how much it's going to affect the game plan of somebody out there that's listening. But it is what it is. We really don't care if they know where we're going to run the football or throw the football. He actually twisted it a little bit earlier in the game.
Well, he told me that.
Okay, so yes, you twisted a little bit earlier in the game, and the only thing the coaches know is that the trainer is taping him up at halftime, and then we keep on playing, trying to win the football game, and then it happens again. But an absolutely phenomenal competitor that we try to get the ball to, and we try to get him to do a lot of different things. So.
It was interesting, and you maybe didn't hear Freddie's interview when we did Coach Frederickson, but two seniors for the respective teams, for the Cowboys and for the Huskies, both wear number 5 on their jersey. Dylan Bernatas for the Cowboys, Caden Kappas for the Huskies, and they both play receiver, running back kind of positions, and both play linebacker. That's a big part of your offense and defense there with two number 5s, Coach. That means a lot for both teams, respective teams. And if you lose, somebody like Dylan Bernatas' talent to a knee injury for the rest of the season, and now you got Caden Kappas on the sidelines and crutches, a lot of people were worried there. But it's good news that Caden's thinking about coming back.
Oh, absolutely. So. And we've got him in the starting lineup as of right now for Friday night.
Okay.
And whatever happens, of course.
Game
because
decision, then.
part of our mindset and part of our mantra as a football team, which you've probably heard me say before, is, hey, this is going to happen. It's football. It's sports. It's going to happen. We have to have the mentality of the next guy up.
Yep.
Who's ready to fill that spot? Who's ready to fill that role? And whoever is ready to fill that role, we're going to have 100% confidence in them to get the job done. And to tell you the truth, nobody knows that better than Caden.
Yep.
And so Caden's going to help those other kids fulfill the role that he may leave empty if he can't go.
All right, so let's look at next Friday night there. You're going to take on, or this coming Friday night, take on Fargo North at Fargo North. And right now, North is up on top of the EDC Class A football standings, 2-0.
Yeah.
What have you seen on film with those guys?
Good football program.
Yeah.
I mean, just an overall good football program. Lots of numbers, lots of size, well coached. But again, we have every single intention of going up there and going 1-0 on Friday night.
Yeah.
I think we've got a good game plan to beat them, and we're going to have to play a great football game to beat them. But we come off of a game against a team that was very, very physical in Grand Forks Red River. They're massively improved from last year, very, very physical, and I think that they opened a lot of eyes with what they were able to do at our home field on Friday night, and it kind of leaves a bad taste in our mouth, so we got to have a good week of practice going into this North game. But even though we're playing on our schedule, we've probably got each of the top 4 to 5 teams throughout our schedule in the state. It is what it is. You've got to be able to get back up off the mat and go play against a Fargo North and play against them confidently. You can't just sit and complain about having to go play these two really good schools back to back. No, we ain't got time for that. No time at all. So, and it's something we just don't do in our program. We're going to be full steam ahead against North on Friday night.
All right, Coach BW, you got it. One of the things I'm going to mention here is to bring Brian up. He always tells me never look ahead at the schedule. I'd love to sit here and talk about the rest of the schedule with you, but you don't want to do that. All you're focused on right now is Fargo North.
It's 1-0 every day.
That's right. And maybe sometime off the air, we'll sit down and talk about it, because I'd like to get your thoughts on some of the other teams here, what we're looking at here coming up. But we take one game at a time, right, Coach?
You're learning.
I am.
You're learning.
I really want to ask him that dumb announcer guy question, but I'll lay off of it. So, all right, you got anything for Coach?
No, it was a fun game to watch. I mean, a couple things here and there, and it's a different football game.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fact, one of the things is the 22 points we give up in the fourth quarter is a killer.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, we don't give up any points in the fourth quarter. We're right in that game. We complete a touchdown pass in the corner to Caden Kappas, where their cornerback made, I think, a next-level play.
Yeah.
That's a college-level play that he made. We catch that ball. We score there. Maybe we capitalize one other time, and then we don't give up 22 in the fourth quarter. We're right there, guys.
Yep.
We are right there against a really good very deep, very physical football team.
Got a couple takeaways that you needed.
Yep. We did.
Early on, too.
Yeah, some good stuff there.
Yep. All right, Coach, you got anything else?
No. Right. Looking forward to this Friday night. I thank everybody for their support. I thought it was a pretty decent crowd on Friday night.
Yeah,
a lot of people are excited about Husky football and about any other sport that's going on in the fall. And you like to see it because you like to see that pride in Wahpeton High School. The kids coming out. We went to the volleyball game the other night too.
Yeah, it was pretty cool
against Valley City, and the student section was
pretty
rowdy. It was pretty raucous. So, and that's good to see.
It was
kids
almost like playoff atmosphere that we talked about on the air that night. That it was the boys were making a lot of noise down there, and they had their construction fluorescent colors on, and it was pretty cool. So
yes, sir.
Yeah, it was pretty good. All right, Coach Wade Gilbertson, head coach of the Huskies football team. They're going to Fargo North this week. They're 1-1 and looking to make it 2-1 as they go to Fargo North next Friday night at 7 o'clock. Brian and I will be right back. We want to thank Coach Wade again for coming in. Thank you, sir.
You bet. Thank you, guys.
And we'll be right back after these messages right here on Three Borders Sports Network.
Did you know that we serve nearly 1,500 square miles across North Dakota and Minnesota? Or that we've been around for over 60 years? How about that we've got 3,000 miles of fiber optics powering one of the best networks in the region? The best part? We're a cooperative. That means we're continually reinvesting in our communities to make them better than ever. We are Red River Communications. We've been recognized as a leader for helping our communities be great places to live and work. To find out how we're helping connect our communities, visit redrivercom.com/.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Then and down the road. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents.
Three Rivers Crisis Center is offering support to survivors of domestic violence, sexual violence, and child abuse in Richland County for now over 25 years. It's free and strictly confidential. 24/7 access to support and resources including counseling. Get help, identify abuse, plan for safety, support others, and get involved. Three Rivers Crisis Center's 24-hour crisis line is 701-642-2115.
Right after school, I'm right into the workforce. I don't have to go looking for a job, and that's kind of what made me take a step forward into being a diesel tech at NDSCS. No looking back. My name is Eli, and I'm here for my future.
Since 1996, Giants have been a go-to snack for quality. Giants works directly with farmers to ensure you're receiving the best Giant seeds in every bag. From planting to harvest, they ensure the quality and attention sunflowers deserve to deliver the best taste possible. Giants cashews and pistachios continue our tradition of making the finest nut available. They're a fan favorite. Whether you're in the mood for dill pickle, sour cream and onion, or bacon ranch, we have the flavors to satisfy your cravings. Giant Snacks, where quality still matters. That's the Giants difference.
All right, welcome back to the Giants Coaches Show, powered by Red River Communications and Red River Communications Cable Channel 125, solely dedicated to Three Borders Sports Network, and also brought to you by the City Brew Hall. And don't forget now that the City Brew Hall tomorrow night has some live music tomorrow. Tanner Peterson will be here from 7 to 10 p.m., B-Dub. And then on Wednesday, September 21st, it's going to be comedy night. That's not me and you?
No, it's comedy night's tonight.
Comedy night's tonight, yeah. They're saying comedy night is on Wednesday, September 21st with Jeff Leeson. And tickets are available on the Facebook page or go to citybrewhall.com. And doors will open at 7 p.m. Go to the City Brew Hall Facebook page and check it out there for more information. Well, a busy night here for our first fall night there, Coach. We didn't have Coach Lundsetter, Riley, or Lash here tonight. They're unavailable. And Coach Ralph.
They have busy schedules, too.
Yeah, they do. So. Coach Ralph was unable to be here, but Coach Bockel was here for him. So
it's probably the first time we haven't had Coach Ralph.
Yeah, I didn't know how to start, but Margaret came in and did a wonderful job.
You noticed that we're kind of on time.
Yeah, we're on time because Ralph wasn't here. There you go, Jeff. We got you. All right, let's see. What else have I got? BW Storm swim team take on, they're heading up to Grand Forks tomorrow night, taking on Shanley and Grand Forks. Cowboy football, they go to Parker's Prairie on Friday. We've got North volleyball at home tomorrow night against the Huskies, and then I will be in Breckenridge, and I'll have LPA.
2 games tomorrow on Three Quarter Sports Network.
And you will have 125, right?
Yes, the Husky game will be on 125.
Yep. And then I will have the Cowgirl volleyball game on the YouTube channel, so we will have that. And then Husky football, did I say they're going up to North? What else did I miss? Did I miss anything else? The tennis folks, what are they doing here? September 8th, they play at Grand Forks Central at 3:30. So there's your schedule. And then Friday, it looks like they've got that East-West crossover tennis tournament up in Fargo on Friday. So there you go. A lot of
in full swing.
Everybody's going.
Swing.
Yep. And we got our first night in the books here at the Brew.
Maybe we'll get people to come down and actually listen to the show while they're
and they
having
can come up
a
and ask
meal
a coach,
down here.
They come up and ask a coach a question.
We might have to preview the questions. No,
there might be.
No, we'll see what happens. We'll kind of play with it, and if people want to come down and listen to the show, they can have a meal and have us in the background. We have speakers going, so you can hear what we're talking about up here.
Yep.
So yeah.
And maybe someday we'll get it piped into the TV screens downstairs there.
Yeah,
too,
we will see if we can put it on a screen down there, and then we'll be full bore. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
Had some technical issues here tonight to start with, but you and your wonderful self got it all figured out.
I thought we were good to go.
We're good to go. Now you got to go back to work.
Started on time, and
yeah,
I got to go back to work. I got a couple things I got to finish up at work. So
I got to go home and go to bed farming tomorrow.
Yep.
All right. Tomorrow night, again, Brian's going to be over at the Huskies volleyball game. I'll be over in Breckenridge at the volleyball game over there. And then on Friday night, we've got Warbird football. They're taking on Richland out in Wyndmere. And then on Saturday, our first off-the-cuff episode is going to be coming up. And Raleigh and Julie will be covering the Headwaters Day Parade over in Breckenridge.
That's going to be fun.
And that starts, I believe, at 10 a.m.
Parade starts at 10, yes.
Yeah, so we got
so
that.
It'll be a little bit before they get to where we are, but who knows? Those two can fill a couple minutes.
Yeah, they will be able to do that on the off-the-cuff. And I'm sure Raleigh's going to have a few things to talk about. I know he and Carter went out to the Steam Threshers reunion, and Carter had a great time out there. I talked to Raleigh later that afternoon, and he had a great time out there with Carter out there in Raleigh. So one thing I want to mention, and then we'll wrap it up here, Brian, the WAP volleyball and Breck volleyball pink out game is on Tuesday the 13th, and get online and order those pink
Get your
t-shirts.
shirts ordered.
Go to either Facebook page, and they'll have the link there to Grippers. And
pick those up at Grippers, yeah.
We were told by Margaret Wilson that they close at midnight tonight. So if you haven't done it yet, folks, get her done.
And then also,
go ahead.
Tomorrow night's game, Red River Communications is going to be providing free popcorn, and they'll also be making a donation to the Booster Club for anyone that signs up for Red River Communications.
How about that?
How about that?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I already got it, though.
You already have it?
Yeah.
Fiber fast, right?
I am.
There you go.
And I'm sure you're going to be in line for the free popcorn.
I will be in line for the free popcorn. I will not turn that down. That is for sure.
All right. For Brian Watson, I'm Joe Schreiner. Got a busy Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We'll see you on Three Borders Sports Network coming up soon. Check out our website, and we'll have all the links there for you. Good night, everybody.